am in the best physical and mental shape that I've ever been in my entire life, and it's from simply doing these 3 things. If you're a mom who is looking to lose her next 25 pounds in 16 weeks, and you are tired of feeling like you are trapped in your postpartum body, you don't feel like yourself anymore, then this video is for you. And if you are new here, my name is Anne-Marie Lawrence. Go ahead, take a quick second and hit subscribe if you like content like this and you want to see more of this on your YouTube. But I am a personal trainer, I'm a weight loss nutrition specialist, and I am a mom who's lost 35 pounds postpartum and has effortlessly kept it off. So if you want to see results like this and stop feeling trapped in a body that doesn't feel like yours, you're gonna wanna watch this entire video. Maybe you're somebody who has felt like you were in the best shape of your life pre-baby, and then postpartum you feel like a stranger in your own body. Or maybe you're somebody who wasn't in the best shape pre-baby, and now postpartum you feel like you're even in worse shape. Well, as I started my pregnancy journey, I, to be honest, was super nervous about how I was gonna look postpartum, because I was coming from this professional bodybuilding background and I was in the best shape of my life. But there's one thing that I always remind myself is control the controllables and shift your perspective on the rest. So I knew that throughout my pregnancy that I could be as intentional as possible with my nutrition, with my workouts, and really prepare for not only healthy birth, but also a healthy postpartum. Now listen, it's never going to be easy. So training while you're pregnant is never easy. Working out postpartum is never easy. Like, none of this is ever easy, but it is possible. And this is where having the right strategy is so vital to not only your prenatal, so before even getting pregnant, to your pregnancy workouts and nutrition, to your postpartum, why it is so vital to be intentional during this time. And a lot of us have this mindset like, oh, I'm pregnant, it doesn't matter, I can just eat whatever I want and do whatever I want, when in reality that is setting you up for failure. So postpartum, I was 175 pounds, the most I've ever weighed in my entire life. I looked at myself in the mirror and I felt like a stranger in my own body. I felt like instantly, my first thought was, I need to do the crash diets and start running and like doing all these things. And I'm in the field. Like, I know that that's not the answer, but that was my first instinct jerk reaction. So I had to talk myself through it. Okay, realistically, what needs to get done in order for me to have a safe, efficient postpartum and focus on healing versus focusing on losing the weight? So I went to work. I was super intentional about my postpartum movements with transverse abdominal work, with weight training, with going on my walks, and we'll deep dive into 3 main things to focus on while you're going through this journey, whether you are freshly postpartum, 2-3 months postpartum, or you are 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 years postpartum and you're still feeling like this baby weight is just hanging on and you can't get rid of it. I'm gonna give you the top 3 things that I would do and that I did in order to lose the weight and keep it off. So fast forward now, 22 months postpartum, I am in the best physical and mental shape that I've ever been in my entire life, and it's from simply doing these 3 things. Now this might sound more simple than you think, but don't overcomplicate it. That's where the majority of us get this wrong. Number 1, be in a slight calorie deficit. Now let me explain. I breastfed until 15 months, so a little bit over a year. And so when you're in a slight calorie deficit, you also have to take into consideration whether or not you are breastfeeding if you're early in your postpartum journey. Now, a calorie deficit does not mean eat the least amount of food possible, and this is where most people go wrong. It means eat the most amount of food possible while still in a calorie deficit. Now, if you're going to track your calories and macros, I highly suggest using a tracking app like MyFitnessPal or other tracking apps out there. I just personally use MyFitnessPal. It's a free app in order to have accuracy, because so many people go into their weight loss journey and they think they're in a calorie deficit and they're not, because they're not tracking their food. They don't have the accuracy to know, okay, I know for an absolute fact that I'm in a caloric deficit. They're just eating healthy and hoping for the best. But the problem with that is that health and weight loss are not mutually exclusive, which means you can eat super healthy and not lose weight. But that also means you can eat super unhealthy and lose weight. So why is that? The physical food itself doesn't matter. It's the amount of food that you're consuming, which sounds kind of crazy, but you can eat a surplus of broccoli, meaning you are eating more than you are burning, and you can gain weight even though you're eating broccoli. But you can eat a deficit of nothing but Skittles and you can lose weight even though you're eating nothing but Skittles. It sounds mind-blowing, but unless you are intentional about being in a slight calorie deficit, it does not matter the types of foods that you eat, you will not see the results that you want unless you're in that consistent deficit. Now, that doesn't mean starve yourself, and that doesn't mean eat nothing but Skittles and eat nothing but donuts and crap food just because you can. You still want to be intentional about having a good balance of proteins, fats, and carbs in your diet, especially postpartum, especially breastfeeding. Number 2, start simple by going for walks. It sounds actually too simple, but literally that's where I want you to start. I don't want you to go from just having a baby or sitting on the couch most of the day and not doing much, or the majority of your day is filled with running around chasing a toddler and picking up snacks and crackers off the ground and picking up toys, to then going into this crazy weight training regimen and running for hours a day. I want you to take simple actions that add up and make a big impact. Walking is the most underrated form of cardio and the easiest to stay consistent with. So why do we discredit it? Because it seems too simple. Walking is not only the most sustainable form of cardio, but it's great for your mental health. It's the most sustainable. You can go on a walk with your dog, hot mom walks with your kids. You can go on a walk in the neighborhood while your kids ride their bike. You could go on a walk with your significant other. It is the easiest way to get in more movement throughout your day. I would suggest 4 to 5 intentional 30-minute walks per week just to start out. And finally, incorporate some sort of weight training. Now, that doesn't mean you have to go into the gym and hit a deadlift max lift and a squat max lift. No. Simple body weight movements at home is a great place to start. 90% of my clients who come to me work out 100% from home. Now, I know it feels like working out from home is a waste of time, but the reality is these small habit changes that you're making will add up and make a huge impact. Now, once you get a routine, once you get a structure, if you want to start going to an actual gym, then that's great. But start small, start simple. Body weight movements, resistance band movements at home is a great place to start, especially if you're freshly postpartum. You're chasing around the kids, you don't have time to spend hours in the gym. Working out from home is a great place to start. And as always, if you guys like content like this, make sure to subscribe, drop a comment below of what you want to see next, and thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.